Honoree, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for taking the time to check over this reviewer grabber tool we have here. And I know you know that reviews are very important to authors selling books, aren't they?
Oh, incredibly important. So important. Number one on the list.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in because I know that's what people want to see. And I know this is really powerful. And I want people to understand how important it is to get reviews. But I think people know that, right? Don't you agree? I think people kind of understand that they need to have good reviews of their books, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think people are concerned about how they get good reviews that stay, that are sticky on Amazon, and they
Exactly.
what they want them to say.
Exactly. And the problem is well, first let me tell you this. Here's why reviews are so important because it's the social proof of the thing. I mean, I always say to people, when was the last time you bought anything on Amazon or anywhere else without at least just scanning the reviews, right? To see if there are reviews. It doesn't matter if it's a big screen television or a new unit for your refrigerator or a book. I mean, the social proof is so important when it comes to a purchasing decision in someone's brain. And the best way I always described social proof was if you were out of town at a restaurant and you're walking around, or you're out of town and you're walking around and you're looking for a restaurant, and you walk down the street and there's two Italian restaurants, and one, you walk up to the first one, Italian restaurant A, and it smells great, it looks great. You walk in the door and there's only a couple people in there, and the menu looks good, and you're about to sit down to eat because you're like, wow, this is great. I found this great restaurant. Well, you look across the street and there's another Italian restaurant, but there's 45 people standing in line to get into that restaurant. And psychologically in your brain, what happens is instantly your brain says, well, wait a minute. Why are there so many people standing in line for that restaurant and I can walk into this restaurant and sit down in an instant? And your brain says, other people have validated for me instantly that there is something special about this other restaurant. So maybe I should consider going over there because there must be something really amazing happening over there. And that's the best way I can explain social proof. It's the same thing that happens when you go to a page on Amazon and you go to look at the reviews, and if there's only 5 reviews of one book and then you look at the book next to it and there's 2,500 reviews, you're saying the same thing. That's why reviews are so important. Now, the hard part about getting reviews is that there's so many things that are hard about it because people in general don't like to leave reviews. They don't know how to leave reviews. They're not writers. They don't have time to leave reviews. So asking a regular person to leave a review on your book is kind of like an effort in futility because of all of those reasons. So the concept behind the reviewer grabber is basically this. If you can find people who already know how to leave reviews, who have already left positive reviews, who have already reviewed similar books to yours, and you could contact those people, you're going to have a much better chance of actually getting those people to review your book because A, they already know how to leave a review. B, they know how to write reviews because they've done it. C, they have already read similar books to yours, so they're interested in your genre. So you've taken away all of these objections from regular people who have read your book, and you're focusing in on just the people who have already left reviews on similar books. So let's just go in and show you how it works because that's the best way to do it. So, Honoree, why don't you give me a genre or a keyword or something we can look for? It could be one of your books or one of your clients or whoever.
Can we do books for writers?
Books for writers?
Yeah.
Try that. So let's put that in, hit search. Now what this is doing is it's just going to Amazon and it's looking for, it's doing a search on Amazon. That's it. And as you can see, the first book that comes up is You Are a Writer, So Start Acting Like One by Jeff Going. Somebody that we both know. I'm sure you know Jeff. So if you go to Jeff's page, you're going to see that Jeff's got 603 customer reviews. And if we click on those, you can go down and see that the other reviews are here. You can see the star rating. You can see that they have some of them have profile names on their pages. But I'm just going to go ahead and start this process. So let's make the assumption that this is a book that is similar to the book that you've written. So you want to get the reviewers from that page. So what you do is just click that little button right there. It's called Grab Reviewer. So we've already found 2 reviewers and 3 reviewers in a couple seconds. And let me just show you how this works. So if you go to the top reviewer here, you see it's Jen, and we click on Jen's profile. You're going to see Jen has a public information page. And Jen has listed, it's got her reviewer ranking, her helpful votes, and where she lives. And it's got a link to her website, okay? So let's go back and go to the next one, which is Paul Junn. And if we look at Paul's page, he's got also a link to his website as well. So let's go back and find another one. You know, there's 633 reviews. So let's go through all of these. So let's go into Elaine O'Rourke. Elaine also has just a website listed, okay? So eventually what you're going to do is you're going to go through all of these 633 reviews one by one, and you're going to search for and see if they have profile information. This lady does not have anything, no website, no email address. So what I'm trying to illustrate here is how long it would take you to go through 633 reviews and find this information if it exists.
Yes, I just started crying, actually.
Yeah. All right. So the reviewer grabber already did it for you in what? Less than a minute.
Wow, that's great.
And we found 11 reviewers that you can contact. Okay. So 2 of the reviewers have email addresses along with websites. And as you can see, the first one here, Michael Gallagher, is a Hall of Fame top 50 reviewer. He's the number 19 reviewer on all of Amazon. And here's his email address and his website. And again, this is all public information. We're not pulling anything out of anywhere that we're not supposed to. All come from the Amazon website through their API. The reviewer grabber tool just finds this information faster and easier for you. So Michael, we have another one, Renee, and there's Renee's email address. And then we have 9 other reviewers without email addresses. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to this tab now, and I'm just going to start clicking Grab Reviewers, because let's just assume that all of these books are similar to the book that you've written, okay? You can also see Show More Books down here. It'll keep giving you more books. So I'm just going to hit this button and just watch it work. So basically what it's doing right now is it's going through one book at a time and finding those reviewers for you. Now, I want to point something out. Well, Jim, you're going to say, Jim, there's 633 reviews on that first book, but you only found 11 reviewers. And here's why. Number one, not every Amazon reviewer has a profile page. Also, not every Amazon reviewer that has a profile page has a website or an email address listed, right?
Right.
Also, we only look for 3, 4, and 5-star reviews. So what would be the point of finding someone who reviewed a book and gave it a 1 or 2 stars, right? You wouldn't want that reviewer's contact information, would you? So that's why we're only finding a few reviewers off of each book, because we're selectively looking for good reviewers who have contact information. So you can see this is a numbers game. In less than a couple minutes here, we've already found 24 reviewers, 7 with email addresses, and 18 without that you can contact. I'm sorry, we're up to 26 reviewers now. And as you can see, it's just live going through. And that's only through 2 or 3 books so far. So you can see the power of this and how quickly it works. Now, what you can do is you can go in and hit your buttons, go out and have a cup of coffee, go to the gym, come back, in an hour, and you're going to have a listing of plenty of reviewers that you can contact. And let's talk about the contact part, because, the wrong thing to do at this point and the unethical thing to do would be to add these people to an email list, right? You don't want to do that. It's illegal. The proper way, Honoree, as you know, is to contact each person one by one. So now that you have their email address, you can send them a personalized email. and the email can, basically say, hey, I see you've reviewed a book similar to the book I've just written. I want to send you a copy of my book, and if you enjoy it, please review it. And you can customize it and personalize it as much as you want to do that. But this tool that we have here gives you the ability to find these reviewers so much faster, saving you, I don't know, Honoree, how long do you think it would take you to go through 50,000 pages of Amazon reviewers, profile pages?
Less time than I have.
Exactly. So, you're like me, you rely heavily on having an assistant. So, you can have your assistant run this for you. Totally. And at the end of the day, your assistant could have 100, 200 reviewers to contact, and then they could just reach out and contact these people for you, right?
Absolutely.
So
I've gotten these emails before. Interesting.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I feel fine about it. I know is a complete sentence, so I've been able to turn down the ones that weren't interesting to me and accept the ones that were. And funnily enough, I haven't gotten that many. Even with a great tool like this available, I haven't gotten that many. So it's not so common that someone should be concerned about that.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, these people who are Amazon profile users have chosen to leave this information on their page, on their public page.
Right.
So it's not like you're like intruding on their privacy or anything. They know that their email address and their website is listed on their page, and so you have to assume they're okay with being contacted since they put this on their public page.
Right.
So let's look at just like you have some. Well, you're saying, Jim, how come there's a lot that don't have email addresses? Okay, no big deal. So let's go to ChristyJames.net, and let's go over to Christy James' website, and we can see, look, she's into romance and fantasy. And let's say we want to contact her. Well, just click on her contact page, and you can send her a note right through her form on her site, or contact her on social media, or however you wish to do it. Same thing with inthedust.org. Let's go over to this person's website. And let's see, they have a contact page right here that you can click on. And you can reach out to that person that way. That's their address. And it looks like their form is not working. But as you can see, we've already got 15 with email addresses and 29 without. We're at 44 reviewers found in less than 10 minutes, covering 6 books. So as you can see, this saves you a lot of time, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. Very exciting.
Yeah, so I mean, that's basically the tool in a nutshell here. It's saving you tons of time, finding you reviewers who actually want to be contacted, who have left positive reviews on similar genres of books. Now, let me show you this other cool feature. So let's say we're done. Let's say that you go through this and you spend an hour, your assistant does it or whatever, and you get right up, we're at 47 reviewers right now. Now watch this. If I click this little box right here and check all of the reviewers that I want, I can also check the ones without email addresses. And I hit this button called Export Checked Reviewers. What it's going to do is it's going to download an Excel file of all the data you've collected so far. So if I click on this Excel file here, it's going to open up. And then what I have to do to show you how this works is I have to find a way to share this screen with you. So hold on one second. Let me find my screen sharing tool here. And I'm going to switch it to the reviewer tool here, or the thing. So now you should be able to see
the Excel spreadsheet.
Okay, so basically what you can see here is I have the person's name and item 1. I have the link to their profile page. It has their email address, has their web page if they have them. It has their reviewer ranking, obviously based upon what their ranking is from lowest to highest. And it also shows you how many helpful votes they have, but here's the really cool part. It shows you what review they gave and what book they gave it on. So it shows you that Michael Gallagher left a 4-star review on You Are a Writer and a link to the book. It shows you that Kay Bunker left a 3-star review on What If Writing Exercises for Fiction. So the power in this is when you go to send your email to these people, you can say, hey, I've written a book on writing. I see that you gave a 3-star review to What If Writing Exercises for Fiction. I've written a similar book to this book, and I want to send you a copy of my book, and I'm hoping you'd be interested in checking it out. So this export gives you this database you can download to your computer of a list of reviewers that you could potentially contact for future books or keep forever. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, and you can import it into any email system.
You could, but you don't want to add them to an email list.
No, just to add them to your a one-time email.
Absolutely.
That could be custom, so you don't have to send one email at a time. You could put them in a group that isn't going to be emailed again, just to make
exactly. So you can see how powerful this is. I'm going to go back to the reviewer grabber page now, so I can show you this. So we're back at the reviewer grabber page now. We've gone through 13 books. We found 64 reviewers so far. As you can see, it's still cranking through, going down to the list. And I can actually click more grab reviewers, and it'll go through one by one. And that's where we are. 64 reviewers in what, Honoree? 12 minutes?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Yeah. So as you can see, the tool works pretty seamless. It's fast. It's all above board, pulling information from Amazon that is public information through a simple API search on Amazon. It's a time saver. I think that's the best way to describe it, is getting this information can help you get more reviews, and it saves you the time of having to sit there and do it on your own, which could take literally thousands of hours to do.
Correct.
So basically that's the tool in a nutshell. Do you have any questions? I mean, it's quick and fast. That's how it works.
Oh, it's very exciting. I love it.
Well, I appreciate you letting me take the time to show it to you today. And if everybody's interested in checking this out, you can go to honoreecorder.com/AMC to get access to this. That's honoreecorder.com/AMC. And check it out. I mean, it's a powerful tool. If you have an assistant, it's helpful. If you don't have an assistant, it's even helpful for you, because it's going to save you thousands of hours of time of finding that information. And as you can see, it's just going to continue to tick through all of these books, and it's going to go through, and you can come back every day and do a different search. Let's say you want to come back tomorrow and you want to put in a different search. You want to say, I want to search for romance, or I want to search for vampire, or I want to search for, this is a cool feature. You could search just for one author. Let's say you write books that are similar to Dean Koontz.
Oh, that's awesome.
You could do a search for Koontz, and it'll show his books and similar books to his. You could put in a book title and search for just a book title and try to get the reviewers from just that one book. So as you can see, though, it's a numbers game. Since we have a criteria of how the reviewers we find in terms of quality and if they have profile information, you can see that you're going to want to click a lot of similar books. So, but I mean, look at this. We're up to 77 in less than 15 minutes. So it really does its job. And I don't know about you, but even my super assistant is not going to be able to email that many people every day with a custom email. It's a lot of work.
No, that's a lot of work for sure.
So you're going to have a lot of information at your fingertips in a small amount of time, but it's valuable, powerful information, because these people already know how to leave reviews. They've already left reviews of similar books, and they've already left good reviews. And that is the formula for getting more high quality reviews to your book. That is the tried and true, proven, tested method for getting good high quality reviews in your books. Because there's only so far you can go with the whole friends and family thing, right?
Yeah, right. Unless, well, I have a big Southern family now by marriage, and even that is not good enough.
Amazon,
cool.
Amazon has gotten into this whole thing where they don't want you to get friends and family to review your books, and they're removing the reviews if you have association on social media with people.
I know, that's crazy.
So these are people you don't have any association with. These are people who have already left reviews. Now, let me ask you a question. If Michael Gallagher reviews your book and he's the number 19 reviewer ranked on Amazon, Amazon's probably not going to delete that review.
No, probably not. They will assume it's a valid release.
Now, of course, you can't stop someone from leaving a bad review. That's just the nature of the game. If they don't like your book, they might leave a bad review. But this highly increases your chances of getting someone to actually pay attention to you and actually leave a review. So that's the tool in a nutshell, Honoree.
I love it. I love it. This is amazing. Thanks, Jim. Very much.
All right. Well, thank you so much for allowing me time to show you this demo here. Again, if you guys want to check this out, go to honoreecorridor.com/AMC. You can get access to the Reviewer Grabber tool. And I wish you much success getting reviews. I've been doing this for a long time. Obviously, I developed this tool. It works, and it saves you a lot of time. And it's going to help you sell more books because at the end of the day, you got to have more reviews. All right, Honoree, thanks very much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to end this now. You guys have a great week of book selling. Check out honoreecorridor.com/AMC to get access to the tool. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.